are just exiting the Buccaneers loss to the Green Bay Packers, who went to the game. So this is why we are in the car, as you can see. Yeah, tough loss. Not much offense in that game. A lot of missed opportunities. So the Bucs lose 14-12. Just, yeah, I don't know if someone can tell us in the from the broadcast if that was our fans making all that noise or if that was Green Bay. But a lot of stupidity involved in Raymond James Stadium, so that's unfortunate. But again, a close game. Defense, I thought, played outstanding. Mark, just your initial thoughts on this defeat against Green Bay.
So let's be honest. We're down 3 wide receivers. You're down Evans because of suspension. You're down Godwin because of injury. Julio Jones because of injury. I'm not totally mad because this is the worst you're ever going to see this offense. And they still were 2 points away from winning a game, or at least tying the game. So I'm not totally mad. I'm only more mad at our process of getting out of this place. But let us know, again, like how Plus was saying, like, who's the idiots at the goal line looking for a 2-point conversion? Was it the Buccaneer fans or was it the Packer fans? Because to me, in my opinion, it was a lot of Buc fans just being stupid, being loud. They say quiet on the jumbo screen for a reason, so please be quiet. From our standpoint, from the Buccaneer side, the Buccaneer ship side, we're trying to yell at people to be quiet. Didn't really work.
Yeah.
But to be honest, if you only lose by 2 points to a really damn good team and an Aaron Rodgers-led Packers team, yeah, I'm just going to cut right in front of this person. There we go. But overall, there we go.
We're back. Yeah, sorry about that. We are doing this from our phone, so just wanted to give you a live reaction. It was a good game as far as defensively did a lot of good things once again. Outside of the 2 drives where they allowed some touchdowns, but made adjustments. I thought Logan Hall had his best game.
Oh hell yeah!
So that was cool. Did a lot of good things. So just offensively, I mean, you got to give Green Bay credit. They definitely took advantage of our left side of the offensive line. I know people were talking about that in the chat. Brandon Walton did his best, but it's tough, especially when you're down to your third, string offensive lineman. Luke Gedeke had some struggles. But for the most part, there was time. There's time to deliver the football. It's just you can't have Brashad Perriman and Russell Gage fumble. That wastes your opportunities to score points. Because if we get points out of one of those drives, it's a different ball game. You're up at the end instead of behind. So yeah, I mean, give credit to the offense as far as fighting back. They didn't give up. They made it close there. It's just unfortunately the delay of game. You had a play drawn up that probably would have worked, and delay of game cost you. So, yeah, I mean, we just got to get healthy. Defensively, though, again, it's
shut it down.
It was better. Now, granted, you're not going up against their top guys. They didn't have, they were missing some guys offensively as well.
Who?
Green Bay.
Who were they missing?
I mean,
who were missing?
Yeah, I mean, it's different. Yeah, definitely for sure. I mean, you're missing Mike Evans, a Hall of Fame receiver, Chris Godwin. So it was tough. I mean, those guys that
Cade Otton, your boy.
Cade Otton, yeah. Hope he's doing well. Thoughts and prayers to Cade Otton. Yeah. But yeah, it was tough moving the ball. You didn't have much time back there to sit in the pocket.
Christian Watson. There we go. Who in the hell calls a double end around on a high-pressure situation after a first down, especially to Scotty Miller of all freaking people? Let me just keep it P. Dude, jack shit the whole entire game. I was saying even before the game, he shouldn't even be active. And the only reason why he's active is because of all the injuries / suspensions. And you think he's going to be your big savior? Bullshit. And I feel like every time he touched the ball, the play after was even more negative.
Yeah,
but plus, go on. I even tweeted about that multiple times. People were like, "What do you expect him to do?" I'm like,
"Yeah, it was tough." I mean, but yeah, you can't call that play at that time in the game. It was rough. Your offense was moving. You didn't need to overdo it there. There's a lot of times where I thought they just outthought themselves. Like you had a simple but you know, it was just missed opportunities. That was the name of the game. They didn't convert enough on their chances, and Green Bay did just enough, barely just enough to win the game, and that's how football goes sometimes. But anyway, if you guys are joining us, we appreciate it. Sorry for the in and out feed. Hopefully it's working fine on your guys' end. But appreciate all the support. Be sure to hit that like button. Comment down below what you guys are thought of this game and how can the Buccaneers move on and hopefully win a tough one against Kansas City coming up on Sunday Night Football.
Yeah, at the end of the day, so yeah, the defense didn't look that great in the first half. They allowed 14 points. They ended up going in the half 14-3. I kind of tweeted out there saying it could have been 21-3 at one point, or if Vita Vea doesn't cause a fumble at the goal line to cause them to prevent going up 21-3. But then it could honestly have been, what, 14-10 if Perriman doesn't fumble right inside in the goal. I think we're inside the 20 there. So if he doesn't fumble inside there,
you get points.
What happens there? So yeah, the Gage fumble stalled a drive. Perriman's fumble, just get the hell down. Especially, you don't have your true, genuine playmakers. Stop trying to be something you're not. You were the 5th, 6th receiver, borderline 7th receiver. Stop trying to be something you're not. Stop trying to be a playmaker that you were never going to be. Catch the ball, get down. We were moving the ball, stalled. Flags, stalled. Like, these things can't happen. And that's losing football. And that's how I said it on Twitter. And it's upsetting. But the thing is, at home, we could not move the ball at all. We didn't score a touchdown until the end. Very, very, very late. It almost felt like a Saints game from last year. Yeah,
no, definitely. It was frustrating. I mean, not being able to, convert on your opportunities, especially when you had good things going and, you had one guy mess it up. Pretty much that's what it came down to. And we always talk about Levin working as one, and they just couldn't get any type of consistency going on offense. It seems like when they did move the ball, it was a step backwards. So again, this is all fixable stuff. It's not like, groundbreaking. Like, this is going to be our offense forever. I think they'll be able to figure it out. You got to get healthy. You got to get your talent back. Missing Donovan Smith, that definitely hurts because you can't run the same type of run game, because a lot of our runs, they like to go left, and Donovan's a big boy in there that can take up a lot of space, and it sets up everything. So, that's a big loss. But there were some good plays. I mean, I thought Russell, outside of the fumble, he played well. Cameron Brate, I thought, came up with some big catches. Good to see Cole Beasley. He capitalized on what he needed to do. So, again, he'll be part of this offense going forward. It's just, you can't have those plays where it sets you back so much. I mean, the end around and the holding on Tom Brady's longest run of his career, that was unfortunate. And, he's going to be upset with that one. But give your hats off again to the defense. Only 14 points allowed against a very good quarterback in Aaron Rodgers, who, he did pretty good. They had a good game plan. They attacked the flats constantly, basically attacked our weaknesses, and that's just the weakness in the scheme. So teams are going to do that. It's just, can you hold them enough where you can force turnovers? And shout out to Vita Vea with a hell of a hit, and Logan Ryan with a great interception on that play. And then Logan Hall stepped up today. Like, he had his best game, I thought, overall, and you just hope you can see that more consistently. The great spin move for the sack at the end. So, shout out to them.
What's funny is we put out a video on him in the preseason where he would do spin moves into nowhere, or spin moves where he just stopped, loses footing. The man was consistently getting pressure. Like, I tweeted about him multiple times during the game, and I'm like, geez, this guy's going to get in, or he's going to force a bad throw to force a turnover. And what happens? He gets a sack the most prime time. They're in what? They're at the 42. It would have been a long, but still.
Yeah.
It was attemptable. He literally kicked him out of field goal range by getting a sack on Aaron Rodgers, forcing them to punt it to us. Again, we almost tied the ball game, but I don't know if anyone told you. Who was the culprit? Was it Buck fans? Was it Packer fans?
I'm not seeing it in the chat. Yeah, I'm not seeing it in the chat, but again, a lot of supporting here. We appreciate everyone here. Thank you, Ken Smith, for the super chat.
Hell yeah. On a loss too. That's bad.
Yeah, here's a gallon of gas. Yeah, much appreciated.
Thank you, my man. Seriously.
Yeah, we had a good time at the game. It was fun. Again, home opener, hot one today, but it was a lot of good. It was just just unfortunate with some of the fans, like they don't know game etiquette. Like, you got to be quiet when the offense is on the field. Now, granted, that could have been Green Bay fans because there was a lot of them there, and they are loud. So, yeah, it was just not good there at the end as far as just overall execution. Got to be a little bit more cleaner. Make sure you don't get those penalties. But, again, it's only one game. Buccaneers are still 2-1. I believe we're still on top of our division. That's what matters. And, got to find a way to just continue to get healthy and put, a good offensive performance together, because really that's the only thing that's missing from this team right now.
What's funny, are we tied with Carolina?
No, Carolina's 1-2.
Are they 1-2? Okay.
Yeah, so we should be at the top of the division at 2-1. The thing that stinks about this game, it's an NFC loss, so that hurts you as far as tiebreakers with Green Bay down the road. And now you have a very strong AFC opponent coming in here in Kansas City, who lost to the Colts today. So again, it's any given Sunday. I mean, you look at Jacksonville Jaguars; they beat the crap out of San Diego or Los Angeles Chargers.
Go Chargers, go!
Yep. So yeah, I mean, if you don't execute, usually you're not gonna come out on top, and that's what it comes down to. You got to take advantage of your opportunities. You have to, when the play is there, you got to be able to make it, and they just weren't able to make enough of them today. But not saying it was a lack of effort or anything of that. They fought till the end, just couldn't get enough there.
Yeah, you can't get mad at the defense at all. I mean, they allowed points, but guess what? They adjusted. They did what they had to do at halftime, learned from their mistakes, and move forward. Give credit to the Packers. Literally, the only weakness, to put it out there again, in the Bucs defense is a short flats where they make linebackers like Anthony Nelson, Shaq Barrett, JTS try and cover running backs or receivers in those little spaces where, again, I'll give up 3 to 5 yards underneath all the time. It's if those linebackers don't get there, then that turns into a 10 to 15 yards. And that's where it's a huge weakness if they don't know what assignment they have to do. And then it's, where's Devin White going? Is he blitzing and is someone filling in his gap? Or is Devin White truly overrunning the play, which he does do a lot. Let's be honest. He's always trying to run with his head on fire. And he did that a couple times in the first half, and where he would, on big third downs, he would overrun a play and allow a big play, and they got cleaned up. Like he understood where to be, and he cleaned it up. And credit to Todd Bowles and making those little simple changes and resulting in sacks, turnovers. It just, the defense couldn't score points, and the offense just couldn't do that either. So the turnovers were what killed us. The flags were what killed us. It's Bucs beating Bucs. I've always said, like, the Buccaneers are the only team that could beat them.
Yeah.
Like, and it's whether it's play call, whether it's flags or turnovers. I just get angered at Leftwich's play call at times because you get something that works and then you never go to it again. Yeah,
it's definitely inconsistent, and we got people in the chat talking about that. One said the play calling sucks real bad today. It's got to be better. I mean, there's certain plays that they have that works. Like, you got to just continue to use that. Maybe change up the formation a little bit, but utilize the same concept, because it was open pretty much all game when they did run it correctly. So, yeah, I mean, and another one in here says, Eagles and Giants are your only undefeated teams in the NFC, which is crazy. I mean, who would have thought that?
The Eagles are going to run Jalen Hurts into an early IR.
Very possible. Very possible. So, I mean, he does run the ball a lot. But yeah, it's just, those are your undefeated teams in the NFC, and maybe, I don't know if there's any other AFC teams that are undefeated still, but yeah, I mean, crazy. Well, Miami's undefeated still. But yeah, I mean, it's any given Sunday, like we talked about. You got to take advantage of your opportunities. That's the biggest thing. But yeah, I mean, got to get healthy too. Just reading through some of your comments. Appreciate everyone in here. Be sure to hit that like button. We got, let's see here.
We just had to get away from the Bucs Stadium for the connection to actually work, I guess.
Yeah.
Too many damn people in one spot, probably.
Yeah, defense adjusted. Offense pooped the bed by Tom. Eagles sacked Wentz 9 times today. Jesus.
But it wasn't Tom's fault. Yeah, there were some passes that were behind guys.
Tom missed one. Tom missed one to Brashad Perriman on a 3rd and 9. Probably could have been a touchdown if he would have led him a little bit. But other than that, I thought Tom played well. He did execute the offense, and again, he gave him a chance to win at the end, and that's what matters. Just looking.
Hey guys, let us know. Do you like this type of format, like our post-game live from driving away from the game? This is our first time ever doing it. For our standpoint, it's pretty hilarious and fun, and I guess different. I mean, I'm talking while driving, but
yeah.
Plus, it's talking to you guys, but still, it's the emotion's still there. The point of views we saw are different from what you guys saw on the TV. Maybe you guys were there. Let us know down below. But this is fun, exciting, and something we like to kind of do.
Where the car? Krillin says, "Where are the car dogs?" Yeah. No dogs in the back. Yeah, everyone's giving us thumbs up. They're much appreciated. So
thank you guys.
Yeah, we're just we figured we could do something like this where it's just instant reaction. Yeah, no, it should be good.
And how's it coming out too? Is it shaky? How's the audio? Let us know that too, just so next time we can make some modifications or anything. If it's coming out great, let us know that too.
Yeah, no, everyone says it's cool. Bud says just be safe, boys.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. Mark does the driving.
10-2, boys. 10-2.
Show us the barf bags.
No, we're not the Browns. So don't worry, we're not that bad.
No.
There's one loss. Again, like I was saying before when we first started, like, okay, we lost the game, but at the end of the day, like, we lost by 2 points to a great team that is going to be a playoff team. I know it was at home, but still, like, we're without Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Julio Jones. There was a lot of players that weren't playing. Kate Otten is a big part of this offense, whether you believe it or not right now. Like, to our running game, to our play action game, he's huge. And, hey, blessings to him and his family for losing his mom. I know all about that. It hurts.
Yeah.
That's why he took his game off. But still, like, there are a lot of pieces in this offense, in this team, that weren't there on offense. Yeah, I get mad at Leftwich 10 times out of 10 usually. He's down multiple men. Okay, I understand it. But still, you can't call some of these dumbass plays that you did.
It's just
the terrible timing, too. Like, there's only so much Brady can help out. And like, you abandon the run game at some points and try and go back to it. It's upsetting from that standpoint.
No, definitely. Yeah, it's all about, the timing of the play calls. So yeah, you got to be better with how you sequence. We did a video on that, sequencing, understanding you don't have to change the play. Like, if this play is working, keep doing it until they stop it. That's the biggest thing that you have to look at, and continue to attack their weaknesses. The thing is, Jair Alexander went out of this game. Like, if you can find a matchup, continue to exploit it. And they had certain opportunities. I love when they did the pass to Cameron Brate on the out route because Scotty ran an in post. That space was opened up. Like, that's what you have to continue to do and continue to utilize your playmakers. But again, shorthanded, that's no excuse. The guys that are out there are good enough to execute. They didn't come up with the big plays that were needed, especially with the fumbles and missed assignments, guys running the wrong routes. Can't have that. Can't have it. Got to be cleaned up. But I love what I'm seeing from the defense. Defense seems like they have things figured out. Seems like everything is in unison. I think they allowed a couple big plays today. One on the Randall Cobb on the end route. But other than that, I thought they were pretty sharp. You know, again, some of it's just good balls by Aaron Rodgers, and that sounded weird,
Yeah.
but you know, the one pass to Lazard in Winfield, that was just a great pass.
Yeah.
Like you can't.
But they didn't even convert on that. That's when Logan Hall
Yeah,
ended up
yeah.
getting
Logan
sacked,
Hall
yeah.
came up with a huge sack. You know, a lot of us thought that might have been the ball game, but came up with big
Yeah.
plays to, you know, give us a chance, and that's all you can ask for. You just got to move on. You know, just tip your hat to Green Bay on this one, and you know, come back against Kansas City.
Yeah,
And you got 2 more home games coming up. You know, win those to be what? That would be 4-1 after this stretch, which has been brutal. It's tough teams we're going up against, and I think people forget that. You know, you're facing good defenses.
Yeah, look what the Cowboys did to the Bengals in week 2.
Yeah,
Think about that. The Bengals were 0-2 going into this week. I don't know if they won or not.
they won today.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
but either way, that was a Super Bowl team last year, and they were 0-2 because the Cowboys beat them. I don't know who beat them the first week, but
Yeah.
Cowboys defense shut them the hell down. They couldn't do. But that's something we talked about. Our offense had been shut down the past 3 weeks, to be honest. We haven't really moved the ball efficiently. Yeah, we ran the ball really well week 1. Week 2, we couldn't really do much for anything. Like the Saints were winning left and right. It's just Jameis was Jameis, and our defense ended up scoring points and getting us into optimal positions. I mean, you can't count on the defense that many damn times to capitalize. Like, yeah, this is almost seems like from way back when Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks, John Lynch, all of them were on the team. Your defense was doing elite things, and your offense was sputtering at all times. And it's upsetting, so especially when you have Tom Brady at quarterback. But it's the whole team working together. Is a play caller calling the right plays? Is a team executing at a high level? You couldn't do that when 3 of your top receivers are out.
Yeah.
And the majority of them, the other ones are injured. And then people bitched about the offensive line all in the offseason. Oh, they're going to be piss poor. Brady's going to get hurt. They're the only thing that's been consistent lately.
They've been doing their job. Again, we'd have to watch the tape, but I thought they did overall okay. Had a couple flags that, you know, kind of hurt. But they were going up against a very tough group. I mean, Kenny Clark, he's a tough man to block. Same with Rashawn Gary and Preston Smith. So they were causing some issues, but I thought they had enough time. You know, Brady had enough time to make plays, and they did. The problem was, every time we made a play, something bad happened because we were trying to make too much of a play. And that, you know, Brashad Perriman, Russell Gage, can't have those fumbles. It costs you.
And guys, I'm parked. That's why I'm looking down. So some of your comments, Taupe Daddy. I 100% agree. The thing I hated the most, that damn trick play in the fourth quarter. Yes.
Bad.
The dumbest time to play, call it. I mean, momentum's on your side. You just got a big conversion with Darden.
Yep.
Stupid as shit. Let's see. Packers are more of a defensive team than an offensive team this year. I mean, their defense is good, but we're winning. We're moving the ball. We shot ourselves in the foot multiple times through our own turnovers or flags.
Yeah.
So the offense is the only people beating the Bucs are the Bucs. We've said this multiple times, and it's literally how it is. And it's upsetting. And Donovan Smith has said this before too. The all-time favorite Buccaneer. And then Bud Campbell said didn't see much of Coe out there. Coe was actually out there a lot, just in run blocking. They don't throw the ball at all to Coe though.
Yeah. No.
And then Ken Smith said Mike would have eaten today if he was out there. 100%.
For sure. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can, you know, we haven't touched on it. We can talk about, you know, Julio Jones. Obviously, it's been reported he's got a partial, what was it, PCL?
Yeah,
PCL tear. Mark and I discussed it, and you know, it's something he can play through. It's about management, right? Just how do you manage it? How can you know, make it serviceable to be out there and make plays that you need to. But yeah, we just have to wait and see on him. Most likely, I'm assuming they'll probably give him more rest. You know.
I mean, it's whether he can play on it or not. I mean, you've seen in years past, like Devin White came back from an MCL sprain really fast. I believe Vita Vea had an MCL sprain not too long ago, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And training camp came back pretty fast. I mean, the ACL is the biggest one that, okay, you can't cut and turn on that. PCL is just one of all the other that kind of help support the integrity of the joint.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's not the biggest culprit there. Yeah, if he's
Leg
backpedaling big time, okay, yeah, maybe it's going to be shit out of luck. But he doesn't do that. He runs forward.
Right, right.
So, I mean, Julio, let's not, again, like the Chris Godwin situation, don't force him to come back really fast. We don't necessarily need him back. It was one loss. It's not like we're losing 3-4 in a row.
Right.
And even with that, I'd rather have him for the long postseason run that I think we're still going to have.
Yeah.
And jokingly, we're like, okay, well, put them all in the short-term IR and then have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Julio Jones, and Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah.
For your Super Bowl run. That'd be freaking hilarious.
Yeah, definitely. And I guess another positive from this game, I didn't hear any new injuries, so that's a bonus. Yeah. That's good. Hopefully some of these guys can get healthy and get back. I think the biggest one, Donovan Smith needs to be back hopefully soon. Hopefully he can come back Sunday night. Even though Brandon Knight, Walton, I thought he did a hell of a job for his first, career start. He did the best he could. Again, that's a tough situation to be in, and they battled. So, yeah, just hopefully we can get some of these guys coming back. Obviously, Mike being back, that's going to be the hugest addition because he draws so much attention. And with Russell Gage looking like he got more comfortable today, besides the mistake that he had, there was good things. Cole Beasley looked natural as far as catching the ball and getting open. So that's a thing of beauty.
4 targets, 3 catches, 12 yards. But those 3 catches for 12 yards were like hard-earned yards. They were like hard catches, like straight out routes. They were just all hand catches where he had to convert.
Yeah.
And he just missed on one. I think it was 4th and 1, and we didn't go for it.
Right.
And on our side of the field, but
yeah.
I mean, look at Russell Gage, 12 catches, 87 yards, and a touchdown. That's what I'm looking for. And it sucks he fumbled, but still, he earned himself on that one. He is a true man beater. If there's ever a time when the other guys come back, if we need a first down, this is the guy you go to. I mean, there were times where literally he immediately beat you off the snap. And Brady's like, all right, here you go.
Yeah.
If he can keep his footing, he's probably going to get way more yards after the catch. But that 12 catches, 87 yards, that's what he should be doing typically in a Buccaneer uniform, honestly.
Right. No, agreed. Again, it was just like we've been talking about, too many missed opportunities, and that's been the thing. Like, we get it down there. Even the first drive that we had, it was a good executed drive. Just couldn't convert, on those third downs when we needed, or we didn't do well enough on first and second down, so we had to, kick a field goal, unfortunately. So those things got to be picked up. I did like how we came out to start the game. I would like to see that more consistently, where you're doing play action, you're passing first, you're setting up things and winning on first down. You're not waiting for third down. There's no reason to wait for third down. If you can get the first down, do it. Like, find ways to be more efficient and continue to be smart in how you attack other teams. That's the biggest thing that's holding this offense back. It's not a talent issue. They got plenty of talent. Those guys are talented. It's about, can they just do their job and not mess it up?
Easier said than done.
Not mess it up. That's the biggest thing.
I mean, to me, did they get one-dimensional? Kinda, but I mean, you were down 14-3. Did you necessarily need to get one-dimensional?
No. I mean, how many rushing attempts did we have on the day?
On the day, it says 14. Fournette had 12. Perriman had 1.
Okay. Yeah, so not a lot of rushing
attempts.
And that
was the fumble. That was the the shit show play.
Yeah, not a lot of runs. Yeah, we probably could have ran it a little bit.
As opposed to 42 throws.
Oh, okay, yeah. But again, how many did Tom complete? Like, he was
31.
pretty... Yeah,
73%.
So he's pretty efficient today. I mean, the passing game was working. It was the way to attack, I thought. Could they have ran it more? Sure. But I think it was more of, they were trying to get points. I mean, time was kind of working against them. Packers did a great job of kind of controlling the ball a little bit, especially in that first half. We didn't have many possessions. So... it just gets down to time and situation and what you think is working. And, I thought the passing game was working. It was just guys fumbled at the wrong time.
And that's losing football.
Yeah.
I mean, you're moving the ball. Oops, there it goes. And momentum just totally turns. And
Yeah.
Whether you believe in momentum or not, when you're like, okay, here we go. Even the defense is like that. Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Now you go back out there, and what's going to happen when we do get the ball back? Are they going to be able to score for us or not?
Mm-hmm.
That's not the way to be thinking. Yeah, but still, it's an emotional part of the game where. Why the hell I keep going out there battling like this, and my other side of my team can't do anything?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, special teams did great, defense did great, offense yet again sputters.
Yeah.
Where are we pointing the finger? Is it Leftwich? Is it Brady? No one points the finger at Brady.
Yeah.
Is it the O-line, which everyone likes pointed at, but I still don't think it is, even though it was 3 sacks. Turnovers is a huge glaring issue. I want to know, what do you guys think of Scotty Miller? What do you think of Scotty Miller and his performance today, the year, since preseason?
Yeah.
I want to know that. Let me know in the comments. I want to know that one.
Yeah, it was tough for him. They tried a back shoulder throw to him, didn't work. Tried another one on a comeback, couldn't get the feet in bounce. It was a tough go. But, offensively, I think it just comes down, again, you have a lot of new parts. You have a lot of new parts in there. You got to find some type of consistency with your playmakers. Big guys have been out so far. Again, this is no excuse. They got to do better. You got to find a way, whether that's Leftwich or whoever is, coming up with the game plan. Leftwich and Brady got to be better as far as maybe simplifying things and don't try to overcomplicate it. The simple stuff worked today. It was just a simple fly route or a post with another route coming underneath it. That stuff worked all the time. You just got to continue to do that, whether that's off of a play action or just simple drop back. It was pretty wide open.
And that's the thing, they try and outsmart themselves, which is stupid.
Yeah.
Some of the comments in the comment section. So someone was saying in the chat, like, Devin White seemed pretty mediocre today, but that goes into what I say is our weaknesses of our defense. Mm-hmm. It's the flats, or where is Devin White going? Is he overrunning a play, or are they sending him in the blitz and someone isn't filling his gap?
Right.
That's a huge deal, because Devin White is a huge part of our defense. When he's being used downhill, he's phenomenal. And a team starts running the ball, he's phenomenal. He can shut it down, fill in those gaps. But when he tries to do too much, he tries to make every damn play, it kind of gets into a sore thumb for him trying to be Superman, like we used to say with Winston. But sometimes it really plays out. It's more when he goes after it, who's filling that gap as well. So it's him having awareness of his zones and the person behind him knowing he's going in, I got to fill that gap quickly. Logan Ryan does that well. Mike Edwards tries to do that at times, but then tries to be Mr. Superman himself at times. So that kind of bites us in the ass. So
Right.
We'll break it down more in the tape, but the defense looked good in the second half. I mean, the first half, that's what you saw, and I kind of documented that, but it knows what to do to autocorrect, and it did it, and that's what winning football teams do. Just the offense has to do the same.
Yeah, offense they got to figure it out, and they will. Again, this is early. It's week 3. We're still 2-1. So, Buccaneers are still on top of your division. You got a big AFC matchup coming up. Now, granted, if the Buccaneers, don't win this week, 2-2 after this 4-game stretch, a lot of people would consider that a win. And then the schedule kind of, I wouldn't say gets easier. It never does, but it gets more favorable as far as your matchups and who you're going up against. So again, there's still time to make a run. And the biggest thing is you don't want to be peaking at the wrong time. You want to continue to get better week in, week out, and peak, once you get into the playoffs. That's the biggest thing. But again, if you guys are watching, be sure to hit that like button. We appreciate all the support, the comments. This is Real Bucs Talk. We are live in a vehicle. We're live in a car. Mark's car here. Just a lot of fun. Something different that we're going to try to do just to give you more instant analysis and reaction from what we saw at the game. So it might not be like this every time. Road games will be a little bit easier for us where we can do, our usual setup. But we're usually going to the game here at home, so this is just a new way of doing it. And please feel free to give us feedback on what we can improve. We appreciate all the support.
Yeah, and so some of the comments below about the defensive tackles. G Vegas said, "I'm not panicking about Vita Vea yet, but he is not playing to his standard." But then also Ken Smith said, "We really missed Akeem Hicks out there. It put a lot more pressure on Vita." So,
okay.
in those two questions, to me, Vita, I'll quickly answer it. Yeah, he's the heart of the defense, but you're not expecting 10 sacks out of this guy. You're more expecting him to release pressure off of Levante David and Devin White so they can get after it in those A-gaps.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard for him to produce in a high level. He's so huge, people see him. No one wants their quarterback getting hit by him. He did cause a fumble at the goal line. Huge kudos to Vita Vea. I think he's doing enough. He's doing his job. What I liked was Logan Hall making his huge pressure and his voice or his actions felt with Akeem Hicks being out. Like, that's a huge guy taking the opportunity and running with it. And Nacho was doing enough. I think defensively they were good.
Yeah.
It was the simple Packers just reading the outside quick throw passes and exploiting that. I don't think the interior of the defense was bad at all. I think we actually shut down their running game yet again.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones, 12 carries, 36 yards, 3 average. A.J. Dillon, 12 carries, 32 yards, 2.7 average. So,
yeah, that's a good
the middle
job.
of the defense was doing their thing.
Yeah, I don't think it was, defensive line. I thought overall did a fine job. Again, Aaron wasn't holding the ball very long when he was back there.
Yeah.
He knew he had to get it out. So they were doing a lot of just slants, out routes, flats, tossing it to the running back. At times they did some, the Alan Lazard late in the game, that play, that was like one of the first times where they actually did like a fade wheel route. It got Antoine. So they didn't do a lot of, I wouldn't say complex, plays. It was just a lot of quick hitters.
If anything, on the defensive side of the ball, we got to see the edge rushers win on first move. I mean, JTS and Shaq Barrett.
You got to do a little bit better.
They didn't, the whole first half, they didn't win at all on first move.
Right.
Like, whether it's speed, whether it's an inside move, we had to utilize stunts and A-gap blitzes from linebackers to accommodate that. And that's something that we've been talking about, why I want an edge rusher so badly, because we keep having to manufacture pressure by bringing in blitzes. I know that's Todd Bowles' scheme, but you want a guy that can win on the edge consistently and scare guys where they're going to have to double with a tight end or a running back so that both sides can be effective. And they're just not doing it consistently. I mean, JTS started getting there at the end, but I thought Shaq Barrett would have annihilated whoever the hell he was in front of, especially Bakhtiari coming back from injury. Then they put JTS over him. But still, Shaq versus their right tackle, that's where I was kind of like, what's going on? We need to get more pressure in that way. Like, not just sending in corners or linebackers.
No, agreed. I mean, we'll have to, again, that's something we'll look at the tape and see. Again, it's, that's the only thing about this being at the game, the angles, seeing, I mean, they do show replays, but, seeing it from our vantage point is a little different than broadcast. So, yeah, definitely. That's probably one of the first things I'm going to do when I get back home, watch the replay and see what was going on. But yeah, again, 14-12 loss. Tampa Bay drops their home opener. It's unfortunate. You always want to win at home. You don't want to let those ones slip by because it is tough to win on the road. You want to continue to stack up wins at Ray J. So, yeah, again, it's just one of those games where you feel like you're making progress, and then it's just that big hit to the backside, and you can't get anything consistently going.
I mean, let's be honest. If you're mad at one side of the field, it's not special teams, it's not defense, it's your offense.
Usually I'm mad at special teams.
Yeah,
they did okay.
And that's where Tom Brady, and it's not Tom Brady's fault.
Yeah.
I mean, he's completing passes, 73, almost 74% clip. I mean, we just need to get the ball moving. Yeah, okay, tell me, we don't have our weapons, but it doesn't matter. You can't turn the ball over. You can't call stupid-ass plays, a double end around to the guy that doesn't produce for you.
Yeah.
What are you trying to do, make him a savior when he's not? Like, keep it simple, stupid. And they didn't do it. And
what I need to know is, would have that played work if he did catch the ball? That's what I want to know.
Well, it didn't, and
Yeah.
you can't. There's no woulda, coulda, shoulda.
I know, exactly.
Scotty played like shit the entire game. I called it out every damn time.
Yeah.
Couldn't get his feet down. Couldn't catch it. Couldn't position himself. Couldn't. Oh, Plus got mad at me. He's like, he couldn't catch the ball. That's not what he's good at. It don't matter. You throw the ball towards you. You've got to receive the damn ball. I don't care if the guy knocked it down. Make a play at it.
Yeah, he's got to make the play.
Like, if Brady's going to throw you the ball, he's trusting that you're going to make some effort to catch the ball. I don't care if it's in your game or not.
Mm-hmm.
Step up. If you can't step up, then get out. I mean,
yeah.
Scotty's had plenty of opportunities. Like, I used to be a really big fan of his. I'm like, why is he in the doghouse? I see why. I don't know if it got to his head, but
yeah,
that's just upsetting.
Yeah, he's just not making the plays consistently for sure. But yeah. I mean, just got to get better, guys. We got to get healthy. Hopefully, Donovan Smith, like I said earlier, that's going to be key. You can see the difference in how much of difference he does make when he's out there. It sets up a lot for your run game. Run game is predicated to go to the left because you want Shaq Mason to pull on those runs, get him moving. So yeah, just a lot they got to clean up. Defensively, though, I'm real proud of how far they've come. It just seems like a lot has been cleaned up, especially with the communication. And they have a big challenge this week against, one of the better offenses in the league with Patrick Mahomes. And, defensively, Kansas City has come a long way as well. So that'll be something to see how we match up. And hopefully certain guys come back and can get healthy for sure.
Yeah, so... And I'm not going to be too mad, guys. You can't be too mad. We lost one game against a really good team with a damn Hall of Fame quarterback as well by 2 points. And you had an opportunity to tie the game, but again, was it our fans, was it Packer fans that were making noise and caused us to get a flag at the most stupid time to get a flag? Or you'd say you're at the 5-yard line or you're at the 10-yard line. Well, dumb shits are too loud and Brady couldn't hear anything and he gets pissed off. That's what irked me as well. Like, our fans, are we that dumb? Mm-hmm. We should almost, just do #quiet throughout the game when Tom Brady's out there. Because I guarantee he's pissed at that.
Yeah, definitely got to do it next week on Sunday night. And, again, maybe, fans been drinking, They get just too wound up, wound up.
Fans been
drinking. So, but, yeah, that's all we got for tonight. I don't have any other thoughts. Again, it was a fun game, exciting, especially down there towards the end. Like always, the Buccaneers are in every game, and that's all. I mean, as a fan, that's the biggest thing. That's you gotta be proud of that. I mean, they're always in every game. It's not like, and this game could have easily been a bloodbath. I mean, you go down 14-3 like that. Easily could have been, and the Packers were that close. Like if Vita Vea doesn't knock the crap out of Aaron Jones, it probably could have been 21-3, and we're talking about something completely different. So, but yeah, that's it for me. Unless you had anything else, Mark.
No, we're good, guys. Let us know how you like the live stream though from the car. Yeah. This is a fun experience for us too. So let us know down below. Bucs are 2-1. We're still on top in the NFC South. Don't be too mad about it. I mean, if you were expecting 17-0, okay, you're mad. But Bucs are still in it. Let's get healthy. Let's get healthy at the right time. And as always, go Bucs. And until the next one.
Yeah, until the next one, guys.